with which people are using today. In those lines, we have an interesting topic to discuss today as well. Let me just go ahead and share my screen to start the conversation. Yep, I think we should be able to see the screen now. So yes, the topic we have for today is how to make viral YouTube videos. Now, this is a biggest question right now because almost everyone has started making YouTube videos over the past 1 year since the pandemic started. People have stopped going to the offices, which means they are saving a lot of time. Some of them, which obviously have gone, opened the door for a lot of new hobbies, and starting your own YouTube channel is definitely them. YouTube has definitely moved away from being a hobby to a content platform to a business model today. And many people have started focusing on this particular platform as a full-time career as well, which is quite surprising. I mean, it is not really surprising considering that YouTube has given away more than in billions of dollars, over the last few years as monetization compensation to its creators. So it certainly stands out as one of the biggest platforms if you are looking to post your content and start monetizing the same as well. On those lines, you cannot do it without passing certain restrictions, and even if you have started passing some restrictions, unless the video does well, you cannot be really successful on that. So we are here to share some tips on making your YouTubes go viral. Just to give you a quick understanding how big the platform is today, YouTube currently has 300 hours of videos being uploaded every single minute. This is immense. You can't even imagine, like, for every minute, if there are 300 hours of videos which is being uploaded, you can only imagine how long will it take for one person to watch the entire videos being uploaded. I don't think it would even be possible in today's world for a person to watch the entire videos which are being uploaded on YouTube. So if in such clutter, in such a distracted environment, in such heavy competition, how exactly can you stand out? How can you game the algorithm is what we are going to see today. Now, I'm not going to talk regular basics, which are like finding a niche, coming up with a topic, etc. I think those things are covered already. If not, you can see multiple videos which are explaining how to start a YouTube channel. You would have set all the base. Now you're started creating videos. Now, how exactly you can create better videos which would be better understood by the algorithm in order to make them go viral. Now, that is the content which we are going to discuss today. Moving on, the first tip I have for you is definitely, this is a common tip you would see in most of my videos: content is the king. I would say this time and again, and I would keep repeating this to myself as well every now and then. Content is definitely the king. If your content is not unique, if your content is not bit of the listener, then it is going to lose. So focus as much as you can in content, even if you're stating the same things. For example, let's say we talk about food. God knows how many food channels are there on YouTube, but still all of them are doing great. The same recipes, will have hundreds of views across multiple videos. The reason being, yes, different people consume it, but at the same time, each video has its own style in expressing the way or in expressing the particular content. So make sure you focus on the right content, and you also focus on how exactly are you planning to convey this content. The more you focus here, the more you nail here, the 50% of your job is already done. People would automatically come back for more. The next step is to follow the proven description template. This is one of my favorite. This is from research from Backlinko. Backlinko, it's a SEO agency team. They just went back and analyzed thousands of YouTube videos to see how exactly the top performing videos have optimized their description. Now, if you're writing the YouTube video description, then you had to follow something like this, which goes with a strong introduction, which says 1 to 3 sentences about yourself, about your channel, about the video, what exactly are you covering in it, and then go with a detailed outline. Now, this has to be around 150 to 300 words. Yes, you can go up to 300 words, and give a proper description. Use headers and subheaders. Format your description as detailed outline of the video. What are the different things which are covered here? You can also add timestamps here and optimize them as well. And finally, links to website and your social media. So yes, always make sure that users have a call to action at the end, so that they have something to do at the end of the video. So make sure you add some links to external website and social, if not for any references, maybe for music, maybe for stock footage. If you have used something, make sure you add that. Now, this is the standard description template which they have found across the top performing videos. Now, don't compare this with YouTubers who have already reached millions of subscribers. It is easy for them to get traction base. YouTube by default will recommend it, but for somebody who's starting their channel new, they have to be under the mercy of the algorithm. And if you need to win that algorithm to suggest your video when people search for your niche or for your keyword, then yes, you can use this in order to make sure your video stands out there. The next one is experimenting with YouTube Shorts. So before talking about Shorts, in general, whenever any platform, let's say it is Instagram, it is YouTube, it is Snapchat, wherever you are, if at all there is a new feature being released by the platform, make sure you go ahead and try it as much as possible, because by default the platform will tend to promote a particular feature, and it needs to test how exactly this feature works, so they would be promoting it by default organically to a lot of its users. So make sure you go ahead and try out any new feature which is being introduced by YouTube or whichever platform you're working on, and in those lines you have to experiment with shorts. We started it as an experiment. We started a new channel and we just focused only on the SEO to see how exactly shorts can take us. And to our excitement, shorts gave us like thousands of views, even though we didn't have any subscribers at all. It was a 0 subscriber channel, but still we managed to garner thousands of views with the right type of content. Now, if you're creating shorts, I think you know the basics. You have to use a trending song. You have to use there to keep it under 30 seconds. If you follow these three, you're already done and you're guaranteed thousands of views for your videos. And this will actually give more traction towards your channel, and which will further allow people to engage with other videos which you're producing from your channel. The next one, the most important one, it is making an eye-catching thumbnail. So you can see that on the right-hand side, it is pretty attractive enough in order for people to go ahead and click on it. It has a person, it has a stroke line of white, outside that particular person. And then the usage of colors is also very important: yellow, red, blue, which are pretty eye-catching and which stands out quite easily. So you have to use a contrasting to each other. If you can use that, have a human face, and then put on some big fonts there as well, then yes, you are easily going to attract the attention and people tend to click onto it more. Rather, if you have a black and white or a dull thumbnail, then yes, it is not going to make much of an effort. And most importantly, you have to show some emotions in the picture as well. For example, if it is going to be about attracting YouTube thumbnail, then yes, the person is excited. If it is about something else, then the emotion in the picture also has to connect with that particular person, so that it will help you to easily attract the list of people whom you want to. Next one is about video. So video search engine optimization itself is a separate topic, and people do focus on that today. Under video search engine optimization, this is the format how YouTube looks into your video, or how it understands your video. Firstly, it looks up in the title, and then it goes for the tags. Then it checks for any hashtags, then the description, then the external link, and the pinned comments as well. And then, of course, the other comments which are being listed, what are the keywords used there. So this is the order in which YouTube will start processing your video in order to get the right keyword matched for the particular search query. So let's say if somebody is searching for, or if your niche is video SEO, I'm as 7 to optimize for your video for video SEO. And then in the tag, I'll further write it down YouTube video SEO. And then in hashtag, again, I'll mention video SEO. And in the description, I'll follow the template which I showed before. If at all you guys are late, I'm just going to scroll through one more time. So I'll follow this particular template, which is the proven description template. And I'll follow the intro, the detailed outline, and the link, and I'll make sure there is the word video SEO in all these 3 areas. And then, of course, end it with the appropriate links, and try to write a pinned comment as well, with related to the video which I have posted. This will help YouTube to understand what this particular video is about. And always try to niche. If at all you're focused on adding 30 different hashtags or 30 different description, then obviously it's not going to help you or help the platform understand what this video is about. So restrict on that, focus on this ladder, and help the algorithm understand what your channel is all about. The next one is called MVC formula. It is called main variable and category keyword formula. So like I said, keywords is another important factor which YouTube uses to understand your particular video. So in those fashion, this is a variation which you want to use. Add your main keyword first. For example, video SEO, I'll type in video SEO as my first keyword, and then the variation, other than fourth keyword, which can be, YouTube video SEO or video SEO practices, video SEO importance, something like that. And then the category. The category is videos, YouTube content creation. These are the list of categories, I would be focusing on. So order your keywords in this particular fashion so that YouTube can relate one keyword to the other, and they can build an idea about what exactly this content is about and how exactly they can recommend it to people who are interested in this particular. Okay, I'm just getting a notification that my video is getting stuck. Javan, can you please confirm if it is fine right now? Okay, I think let's go ahead with that. So yes, you can follow the main MVC framework in order to categorize your keywords. We would recommend a tool like TubeBuddy if you have to use it. It automatically suggests the list of keywords based on your video or your title, and then you can use it to fill the particular keyword list as well. The next one is editing. Yes, it is time consuming, but then it is one of the most important things you need to focus on as well. On the early days, if you look into popular channel, Mr. B's channels on the image on the right, you could see any popular channel, they follow this trend wherein they started showing a trailer at the starting of the video and then they took people through the story. If at all you're planning on something like that, it is one of the best techniques. Now, this is just one area wherein we are mentioning how important editing is. If you can nail editing with respect to the time, with respect to the colors, with respect to sound, with respect to the frames, all these things will come into picture, and you definitely have to focus on editing. Now, if you're not a pro editor, you can always use a tool like Vmaker, wherein you can record, you can edit, and then you can post the videos. If not, it is better to hire an external editor, outsource it to the pro, and quality out. And always remember, you have to work with your editor very closely, because editing will define the storytelling process. And if they don't understand the story which you want to communicate through the video, then they'll completely miss it. So try to work as close as possible with the video editor and then get it live. Lastly, making videos today is definitely much easier than ever. So you can try Vmaker. With Vmaker, you will be able to record your screen. For example, this is a video which I was seeing on YouTube. If I need to do it using Vmaker, I can just click on the Vmaker Chrome extension and I can start recording this particular presentation. I can give the voice over camera, which I'm using right now, in order to get the best output quality possible. Plus, I can also upload it to YouTube directly from Vmaker as well. So this is a content creation tool by itself to help creators create more videos at a shorter span of time without being tech savvy or without using multiple tools in between. So if you guys want to give it a try, if you guys want to make a lot of YouTube videos at a short period of time, let's say you're in office, you come across something which is pretty interesting and you want to record it, just hit Vmaker and just hit record, and you can start recording videos at the highest quality possible, even up to 4K. If you're watching it on YouTube, yes, please check the description wherein you will find the link. You can give it a shot, and that's pretty much it. So with that, we'll close the session and we'll open it up for questions. Sorry, if you guys are watching it on YouTube, then you can just drop your questions in the comments and we'll be happy to answer that. If you are here for the first time, we do these webinars every Wednesday, and make sure you check vmaker.com/webinars for the upcoming webinar, and you can sign up for the next one as well. See you guys in the next webinar. Thank you and cheers.